I've seen things you people wouldn't believe. Attack ships on fire off the shoulder of Orion. All those moments will be lost like tears in rain.
Three things certain in this world. Society is cooked. The Rock only ever lost twice in his entire film career. And Harada might actually give us a Waffle House fight stage. I haven't really been big on fighting games. I've been into most other games except for sports games and top-down games or turn-based like Final Fantasy. Nothing against Final Fantasy games. I'm actually thinking about trying the Final Fantasy remake that just came out. I've really been thinking about that. I've really been thinking about getting back into Final Fantasy games like Final Fantasy 16. But back on the subject. I haven't been really good at putting together or stringing together 20-piece combos, but I try. I remember my first match on Injustice, and another real big reason I was turned away on fighting games was the connection. The connection. And I know what today is what they call now is NRS Studios, but they've always had, and even back on Midway Games, they've always had just trash internet connection. And I always wanted to get into the online aspect and fight other people instead of just constantly, getting in the lab with my brother and shit. And which is cool now. I'm trying to get him back in and play some Tekken with me. But that was just a major turnoff because the connection was always so terrible. And I really just put down playing fighting games altogether, or just wasn't really, interested. The only times I've ever been at an arcade was like when I would see it in the corner when I would go with my mother and she would go pay bills and I would see Tekken arcade right there. It would be like one of two. And I remember the character that drew me in was Yoshimitsu. And from there, it's like, okay, it's like that game just spoke to me. It's like, yeah, I would actually want to play that game. I feel more interested in playing Tekken than any of the other fighting games. There's no diss to the other fighting games, but Tekken has always been that draw for me. So I remember and the only times I've played Tekken was the last time I played Tekken was Tekken 6. And before that was whatever, I think Tekken 4 on PSP or Tekken 5. And then before that, or whatever the last Tekken was on PSP, Tekken 6, whichever one was on PSP, and Tekken 4 or Tekken 3 back in the day. Now, I've not been, I don't know shit about frame data and which moves are safes and tech moves. I don't know none of that shit. How to properly optimize combos. I don't know anything about any of that. That's one major reason why I just put how to break throws. That's one major reason why I haven't really picked up the game after buying it and wanting to really grind to it because I felt I wasn't ready yet. I wasn't ready to get my cheeks clapped. I wasn't ready to get put in a rolling death cradle, get put in the many numerous throws from king mains, especially after finding out that throws are homing, which is crazy. But hey, this is my introductory video to Tekken games. I just felt I wasn't ready. Shouts out to Lil Masha. I've been subbed to him since like 2020, 2019. Or hell, even all the way back to like 2018, 2017. It was shortly after Tekken 7 came out. And then YouTube recommended me the man. And I seen he had an immaculate beard. And I'm like, all right, I rocks with him. And then he was main and king. All right, cool. There's a nice little video or a nice little channel I can subscribe to. I can watch for Tekken content, see what's going on. Because I did have a small interest in the Tekken games. Fast forward, I wasn't ready to come back. I wasn't ready to come back and hop in. Right now, I've just started to hop back in there. And good Lord, I was not ready to witness what was in the move list. I didn't think that move list was that damn long. I wasn't ready for that. That took me completely off guard. I didn't know what any well, it was already daunting to look at. So, and I seen it was already showing the most basic instructions with the arrow keys and which buttons to press on your controller or fight pad if you have one. I currently have a controller. I was putting time on it, and man, my wrist was hurting. Maybe I'm just not used to playing a fighting game like that. I'm used to just holding it like I'm playing, a Battlefield or a Call of Duty. I just have my hand a certain way when it comes to pressing the buttons, and then I'll rock with the control pad instead of the joystick. But that's just me. I just have to play with more and then get used to it, find a comfortable position. Now I went to go look on YouTube, for combos, but that was my first. I feel like that was my first mistake. Was going to go and look for combos instead of actually learning the basics of the game. Shout out to FightX or FeedDX. I'm not trying to butcher your name, but I appreciate you for showing me how the lab works, where to start in order to then progress from there. And for me, learning the throw breaks. Shouts out to FightX. Thank you for showing me the basics, pointing me in the right direction. And the basics would be learning throw breaks first. So I put off learning combos first. I'm like, all right, I may not be able to get to the fucking combos if I don't know the throw breaks, if I don't know the neutral game, the tech moves and anything like that. I gotta crawl before I could walk. And plus, looking at the combo videos, I didn't know what the hell I was looking at. I just seen 1+2, 3, 4, and all that. I didn't understand any of that shit. I'm sorry. I didn't understand any of that. I didn't know what WS meant. I didn't know what any of the letters meant. So I just put off time until I came back. I got into the game, and then another question arose. Who was gonna be my main? I landed on Dragunov. I'm like, okay, Dragunov. Because for me, I don't give a shit about which character is OP, which one is S tier, this tier, which one, or how they're saying you got carried. I don't give a fuck about any of that. I will main a character because of how cool they look. Do their moves look good? All right, cool. I'm rocking with you. So I landed with Dragunov. But then again, I felt something off in the back of my mind. I'm like, something feels off. And then I realized I really went back and thought about the times I played Tekken. It was Brian. It was Brian Fury. I couldn't fake the funk. So like, yeah, I got to go back and I got to rock with mans. He the one dude with his shirt off. He don't give a fuck. He crazy. He know kickboxing. I rocks with it. I'm not rocking with the pants, however. I just think they look wild. I prefer the Tekken 6 fit with the boots and the ammo belt loop. Can you at least bring that back? Harada, Bamco, can you please bring that back? Because I would prefer that over whatever those new pants are now. More on the cosmetic shop, and the cosmetics as a whole, a little later in the video. But I landed. I couldn't fake the funk. I landed with Brian Fury. Now I get into the lab, get started on the throw breaks against King, and I get into the move list once again. That shit there, but I couldn't let that get to me. And me as a new player, I said, "Fuck that! I got to really learn. I got to jot this down." So I started creating a sheet so I can get it all down on paper. I can look at it. I can learn how, what to do. It took until the third move sheet, because in the first one, I was putting down the arrows with the button inputs, the attack inputs. It took a while and was starting to take off my sheet. I'm like, I got to be better at this. And then it clicked on the third sheet. It clicked on the third sheet. And I'm like, okay, now I know what B1+2. I knew what all that meant now. I knew what it all meant. And then I started getting better at jotting down the moves and learning what the numbers were instead of the indications on the pad that it was telling me in the game. Okay, cool. Now I get all that down. See, now it's starting to really click now. And then I get to learning and labbing the throw breaks. And that started becoming easier too. And then right now I'm in the middle of doing the input drills for the character. And as I'm learning that, then putting together combos, it's starting to click in my mind how I'm going to do it. And of course, later I'm also gonna go check out efficient combos. Or hell, I might just say fuck that and just get into the game and learn that way, because these are people that's been playing this game for years. I just now stepped in since like Tekken 6. That was, I don't even want to think about how long ago that was. Not even Tekken 7, Tekken 6. So it all started coming to me. Okay. Now, I'm not gonna sit here and try to lie to you and tell you and talk to you like I know what I'm doing when it comes to Tekken. I don't. I'm learning just like any of the other newcomers. Now, when it comes to what Harada is saying, I would say shut the hell up and shit the hell down. However you would say it in your broken ass English. I'm not the type to back down and give up and cry, because I done lost a few times. Because I come from that time where you had to get good. It was fun getting good. And then at that point, the game opens up to you, and you've overcame this obstacle of getting good. And then from there, you would just go ahead and dump on the newer people that would come in, or choose to teach them. So it all depends on the player. But I know that right now there's a bit of turmoil within the Tekken community when it comes to these updates, and especially the hits that they're putting out on modders and their channels, and having them taken down and hitting them with cease and desist orders for modders and shit. And I get it. They're a business. They're trying to run a business. And they're most likely doing this to push people towards the direction of the fight store, and for them to buy the fight pass. They're just being dumb aggressive about it. Now, I'm not gonna sit here and blame Harada for these decisions. He too is an employee. Even he has to answer to a boss. And unfortunately, those bosses are being dumb aggressive with monetization. And I'm guessing it's hitting them with time constraints, with also trying to balance the game. Because I get they don't have the Tekken arcade where it would land first, where they can then do updates for the character. For excuse me, do updates for the game. Excuse me, I am coming down. I don't know if you can tell I am coming down from being sick, but I can't blame them. I can't hate on them too much. But I can't hate on them too much, because no doubt this is all giving them, it's all time straining, and it's the window to try and balance everything from the actual game to figuring out what goes into the fight store and the Tekken Pass, at which I'm really gonna get into that. Okay, now I can't hate on them. All right, I wouldn't hate on them too much. They Harada seems to be doing his best right now, and even the other people around him. I can't remember their names, but shouts out to them too. I would have waited to then hop in, because I know in the beginning of every game, it's always that time of just, oh, this is broken, that is broken, this need nerfs, that need buffs, updates probably not being as smooth as they are, because it might break something else. But because seeing as gaming is, a little dry right now, I'm choosing to just jump in. I'm choosing to jump in. And also, another thing, what also helped me, what also pushed me to really hop in to the fighting games, was also playing Midnight Fight Express. You may or may not have heard of the game, a little indie game made by one Swedish dad, as they said. But and then I gotta also play the story mode. I'm also gonna jump into this little crazy ass story mode and get my thoughts on that. Now, to about the cosmetics. I'm not hating on anybody that may like the cosmetics. I just think they're low grade, low effort for a company that's multi-million dollar, maybe even multi-billion dollar, to be putting out cosmetics of that quality. I'm not feeling that. That's just not it. Because if you look at the characters themselves and the clothes that they are wearing by default, and then you match it up to the ones in the cosmetics library for free. It's not that's not really it's not good. It's not good. I'm gonna just be honest with you. They should have just, if you're just gonna go full steam ahead, and they probably didn't know that they would be doing a fight pass and a damn Tekken shop, but or they probably did ahead of time. You probably should have just cut all that and just cook up some really dope ass outfits for the characters, and could have just put it in the shop or the Tekken Fight Pass. I'm thinking, okay, maybe the boots are good. Maybe the boots are good. Okay, I got to go check out the boots, and then lo and behold, I look and I see them trash ass SpongeBob boots. Matter of fact, that's too much. That's too much on SpongeBob, because at least his boots was better than whatever the hell them things are. Like it's funny because Brian's boots that he comes with are better than the boots that's in the shop or in the cosmetic locker. I want to say I just didn't like the way any of the clothes look on the characters. They look they don't look like they fit. They don't look like they fit. They look big. They look bulky. Kind of look like that damn Kanye West music video where it was looking like Roblox characters. They look something like that. Not all the way though. I mess around the cosmetic locker and it's weird. I can't put on boots without taking off the entire pants, which is just weird. And if I put a shirt on, it puts on a pair of office jeans. Like, come on now. What is that? What is that? And then if I want to go and take the shirt off and just have jeans on, I have to then pay 100,000 fight credits, even though I start off without a shirt on. But it somehow makes sense. It somehow makes sense. I I would not be. I'm gonna just be honest with you. I just would not be participating in the cosmetics whatsoever. I'm just not interested. You know, in terms of what's the word? I thought about it some time back. Player identity. Something to make you stand out from the other players. You don't. That's up to you. But I just think they're low grade. Could have been better. Now, over on the fight shop, it's nothing special. I'm thinking they took the time to at least put in some good cosmetics, because it's a fighting game. It's not a mobile game. It's not a mobile game. You know, come with the cosmetics. Come with something interesting that'll make people want to spend the money for the fight pass. For example, they could have dropped retro models for all the characters. And what they did was just something just akin to a fucking mobile game. Stickers and cosmetics for the avatar, the little character that's like, the character you would have on the dashboard of your Xbox 360 back in the day. And I don't care about any of that. I don't. I don't care about poses. The cosmetics, key. Lord, what I found later in the tiers was a white orb. What I don't know what that is. Do you paint the shit? Like, what is that? And I feel sorry for the ones that just blindly bought into it without even looking at it. Cause that's how I know you don't really play a lot of other games. Cause you can get got like that. Like, for real, for real. But I didn't partake in any of that shit. I didn't. I already knew it was most likely gonna be ass. First season, that's another rule you gotta follow by. If the game's gonna have a season, you have to expect that season to not be good. You have to expect the stuff to just be ass you know, in the first season. And then it'll pick up around season 2 and on for the rest of the cycle. Then you'll start get the good stuff. You learn that from playing Call of Duty. I see they just dropped Eddie Gordo into the game. And Lord, it's like you just can't escape You can't escape that hairstyle. I don't care what you call it in real life. That thing is called a Killmonger. I'm tired of seeing that damn thing, man. I don't want to see that shit. Especially not on Eddie. Eddie been having his signature style since day one. Now I know you can probably put it on him from the cosmetic locker. I know that, but to for him to have that canonically, like, come on now, don't do that, don't do that, don't do that. Don't even try to. I just don't even try it, bro. Don't even try it. Don't even try to give off the image that you actually put in the time to want to put in black hairstyles. Please don't. Don't even give off the image. If you're gonna do it, do it. Try. If you're not gonna try, don't do it. I see you already put in that fire ass fade in the cosmetic locker. That's 2 thumbs up for that. Cool. But don't try and get on the bandwagon of, hey, you know, we trying. Look at us. So progressive. I don't care. I don't care. Especially when Killmonger wore that damn hairstyle 4 different ways. That being one of the 4 different ways in the movie. Come on now. We're more than just, I'm not trying to sit here and preach to you or complain to you, but we're more than just, we're definitely not rocking that damn Killmonger. Nobody's rocking that in real life. So, and plus we're more than just, a ball cut, a low cut with a trash ass hairline, lumpy ass afro, and cornrows. But hey, like I said, don't even try. And don't even, if you're gonna try. If you're not gonna try, don't do it. And definitely don't give off the image of, don't give off the image that you care. Just don't even try it. Because I got no problem with making a fucking white character in the game. As long as the cosmetics is good. Let the shit be good. Because I know automatically the cosmetics for a black person is not gonna be there. I'd rather not do it. And I'm damn sure not putting on that Tyler the Creator buzz cut. Oh, a bob cut, excuse me. The Sia. If you like the video, comment down below your thoughts, leave a like on the video. I'm out.